Welcome back to Authentic Conversations. I am your host, Darty.
And I'm your host, KP, and here we have real conversations
with real women in their 20s.
All right, y'all. So today's episode is lit. Maybe not the lit y'all think it's gonna be, but it's gonna be lit. Okay, we got a special guest, another special guest, new guest.
Yes, a new face.
Before, I was just like seeing new people is just
it's exciting.
Yeah. So you can introduce yourself.
I'm trying to think. Okay.
Oh, okay.
My name is Jazmarie. I don't know if I wanted to say Evelise J, but I am a 24-year-old content creator, and like I used to say in my podcast, I'm just trying to figure out life, and I do it so y'all can see, so y'all know that not everybody's perfect. Everybody's a mess sometimes.
Make sure y'all are following us on TikTok, okay? Authentic_conversations. YouTube, Authentic Conversations. Y'all tap in. We need to run the numbers to subscribers, all that over there.
Run it up.
Okay. Make sure you are downloading the episodes.
Yes. Listen, stream.
Listen on all platforms.
Okay.
Search up Authentic Conversations. We in there.
Perfect. Okay, y'all. So today we'll be talking about, drum roll, please. Therapy. Yay! I feel like we were frowning like, girl, what?
Yeah.
That is not exciting.
It is.
I feel like it depends who you're talking to.
You think so?
Yeah, some people is excited about it. Some people is like, but
yeah. But I think this would be a good informational video, as well as like just letting y'all know how we feel about it. So let's just get into the conversation.
What is therapy? We'll start there.
I think therapy to me is just talking to a professional, okay, that knows what they're talking about to help you with your issues and or needs you would like to address. But what y'all think?
I feel like I agree with that. I feel like if you feel like you need help in a certain area of your life, you're struggling, and you feel like your family can't help you, your friends can't help you, I feel like that's when you should reach out to a professional that can give you the resources, and the tools that you can apply them to your life and the situations. So that's what I feel like therapy is.
I feel like honestly, therapy means something different to everybody. Like some people go to therapy for like growth. Some people go just for an escape, to vent. To me, therapy is like just somebody else seeing my life and giving me their perspective on it. Like, when I was thinking about this question, I was thinking about it as like, when you're in school and you write an essay, and it's like you don't see nothing wrong with that essay, and it's like when somebody else, when somebody else like rereads it, they see all the errors and they see where you could have done better. So that's what it's like to me. Like it's just like somebody else, a fresh set of eyes, just like looking at my life and like, you should have done this, like this.
I like that.
I can visually, you see that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do like that though.
Okay, so I just wanted to start the episode also off by just asking y'all, how do y'all feel today? So whoever want to start.
I feel pretty good today. I'm not even gonna lie, I had a pretty good day. Can't complain. I can't complain. I've been trying to like be in better moods anyway. Because sometimes you can't really change your circumstances as you want to. Yeah. So just putting yourself in good energy and good vibes, and not letting certain people get to you, you'll make it through the day.
I feel good. Like I said earlier, I'm nervous. I was nervous since this morning. Just like think about, I don't know, doing this. But other than that, I feel good.
Okay.
How do you feel?
KP.
Look at me. Look at me like I'm the, like I'm the host.
Her therapy hat. But I feel fine. I didn't have the best day today. Not in no particular reason. I think, you ever have like days where you just like really thinking about your entire life. That's how I was feeling today. And I don't know, things could be better. But I'm trying to be patient. My patience is running thin.
Yeah, I feel that part.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But I'm good. Like, everything's good. My bills are paid.
Bills are paid, honey.
It's a roof over my head. I can't complain.
Things can be worse.
Yes,
Definitely.
for sure. I imagine them. So, yeah, it could be.
Okay, what are some common misconceptions about therapy?
That is...
For the crazy people.
Yeah.
Like, it's for crazy people, but it's not even like that.
And I think that people... Well, I guess the perspective, like, it's dry and you talk to somebody that's very cold and you just, like, answering questions and... Or even, like, them, like, in movies, how they be showing, like, the little pictures. Black and white pictures.
Yeah.
Like, what they show in movies and TV shows. Like, that's what people's perspective is.
Or
like.
you on the couch, laid back.
Like
you crying, oh my God, I'm just going through it. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but...
Yeah. That's how I think people think about it.
Yeah, but in reality, it's not like that.
I feel like, too, a lot of people just, like, feel like therapy is supposed to work overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people's, like, they'll go to, like, a few sessions and be like, well, I'm not better, so I'm going to stop going. So that's I would say a misconception is that, therapy's supposed to fix you overnight. Like,
yeah, because you got to put in the work. Like,
it's a journey.
Yeah.
Because if you don't put in the work, you going to therapy, it's not going to help you.
Facts.
And then everybody... Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, everybody's journey is different. Like, I always say that on my channel. Like, everybody's journey, takes time. Like, Darty could fix herself or, heal in, like, 2 months. It may take another person, like, a whole year or, like, 2 years or something like that. So, everybody's journey, takes their own time.
Yeah, the timeline could be different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think another misconception is that people think that it's like a luxury or like an expensive thing, like something that only people with a lot of money like gets, or like something that's just really not obtainable for like the average person. So I think that's another misconception.
But I think that goes into like not knowing your options, because a lot of insurances, like, they'll like do like a copay type of thing, or they'll like cover your certain therapy sessions and stuff like that. So it's just like people don't know what their options are to even be able to start or, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so since we're talking about therapy and what it's about, are any of us in therapy? And if not, why not?
I am not in therapy. Why not? I really don't feel like it's a reason. I just feel like I'm just not in it at this moment in time. I think I did speak on a podcast, I think a little bit earlier.
I'll be like, do it.
Do it. But maybe I might revisit that feeling, of wanting to go. I feel like whenever the time is right, I'll make that move.
So can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yeah, I was something too.
So if you're not in therapy, how do you cope with your problems, or how do you like process your feelings?
How do I cope with my problems? I really talk to the people like close with me, and me personally, I feel like I don't go through that much. In my life. I mean, I do have minor bumps. I'm not saying that my life is perfect, but
like when you start comparing, it's just not even.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not even comparing what people actually be going through some stuff compared to me. So I'm like, this is like little minor stuff to me. And then like my feelings wise, I've been starting to like really communicate on how I feel with like friendships, relationships, and things like that. And it just
no
like
comment.
it just like saying like
Kendra,
how I feel. Can you get around this? Just saying how I feel in the moment. I feel like that's just easier for me to get it off of my chest. So just saying it. I know sometimes like, dang, I can't really say it. One thing about me, I'm gonna just go ahead.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it regardless. Sometimes it do take me a while to say it. If we having like certain conversations, I remember like a feeling that I had, and then I'll say it then. And it be like, dang, why you didn't say it then? Cause I didn't know how to like cope with it at the time.
Yeah.
So now
sense.
you know, I let the thing sink in.
Yeah, because you don't want to blow up on somebody.
Yeah.
Like, right at the moment.
Yeah, and I'm like I let stuff build up sometimes. I do. Go ahead, Kendra.
No. Oh, I'm going next.
Do you got a question for me?
Oh yeah.
It's a dirty interview.
No, I was gonna say like, is therapy something that you want to do, or you just feel like you need to do it?
I feel like it's a need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to know your perspective.
Yeah, I feel like it's a need to do it. I feel like it a little bit be a mix of both. So I feel like I do got some healing to do myself. So I feel like if I heal from that, I feel like I can definitely be a way better person.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, all of those things.
But what did they say? Addressing the problem is the first step.
Yep, it is. That is.
Okay, what about you?
I am not currently in therapy. I feel like with me and like therapy, I've been going to therapy since I was 13. But with me, it's not like I've been in therapy the whole time. It's like when I just feel like my life is like on another stage that I can't handle, or I don't know how to cope with, or I don't know certain techniques to, you know, be able to like
navigate.
Yeah, through my life. I feel like then I'll like start back my sessions, but I just finished my sessions probably like a year ago. And like I said, I feel like I've gotten enough tools to get through this stage in my life. And yeah, but when I feel like it's getting too much, I'll go back. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
So you feel like you're not in it right now because you're good.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten enough tools from my last session. You know, like it's like you've taught me all that you can, and I don't know, I think about it like a game, like levels. Like right now I have all the tools that I need to get through this level, but on the next level it's like like I'm gonna need more tools. So then I would like be like, I think I need to start my sessions again. But yeah, I think I'm okay for right now.
Okay. I like that.
I like it too.
I am currently in therapy. I don't have like a structured. I know people do it different ways. Like I guess like if you're going through something in particular, they put you on like a plan of like how y'all gonna get out of it or make it out or whatever. But personally, I just go once a month. It's nothing crazy. I just be talking to my girl.
They do become like your friends.
Yeah. Well. I don't know if I should talk about. Well, my therapist, she is an old woman. It's an old white woman, which when I first started, I didn't know like what I was looking for, but you know, to each his own. And yeah, I just do it because I just be needing like an extra push. And like sometimes I feel like people don't be understanding what I'm talking about, or they just can't relate. And not necessarily that she can necessarily relate, but it's more so like she's just letting me know from a level ground. Like it's not like I have a biased opinion because I know you and I just want you to be great and stuff like that. Like I don't know. She just be wanting me to do good based off of just me in itself, not like maybe what I've done for somebody else or what I could do for them. So I guess it's like a good one-sided relationship.
Do you feel like you and your therapist are compatible? Because a lot of people don't realize that, you know, with therapy, you have to go through different therapists. It's like a relationship. Like, you have to see if y'all match up. If not, you have to, you know, experience other therapists and stuff like that. Do you feel like y'all are compatible?
Yes. I kind of like that she can give me a very different outlook on life. I had somebody before, and she was trying to give homegirl, and I was like, if I wanted to talk to my homegirl, I would have called my homegirl. So that's why I kind of like that it's somebody that's, I guess, for one, older, so I can kind of like trust her judgment, and then like somebody that's I don't know, that's not trying to be my friend.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Like if I was, like I said, if I was looking for a friend, I could have just asked a friend. So I didn't really like that. I know some people like a more you know, this my sis, she just gonna tell me like it is. Like, I just looked at somebody and, like, they therapist was cursing at them and, you know, setting them straight like it was, like, they older homegirl or something like that. And I'm like, no. Because if I wanted that,
yeah, no, that's
I wouldn't
true.
be paying somebody to do it.
Because they get too comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, but some people like that. I'm not going to, you know, say that that's not okay. That's just not what I was looking for.
So, what made you start going? So, wherever you was at in your life, like, what made you start going?
I feel like I just, like, got to a point where I didn't, like I said earlier, I didn't feel like I had the tools I needed to, like Kendra said, navigate through my life. Like, it's like I kept hitting a wall, like, and I just felt like nobody was understanding, and I just felt like everybody I went to, like, everything she said, like, you know, like, they had a biased opinion because they knew me. Like, I know you're my mom, you're my friend, you're my, you know me, so you're going to tell me what you think I want to hear, but that's not what I need to hear.
Ooh,
so
y'all better listen to that. That is some good advice of the day.
But, yeah, so it's like, I just needed a different person, a stranger to, like, talk to and listen to me and, you know, just, like, give me, like, what am I doing wrong? Can you give me the tools that I need? So that's basically it. It was just like, I was just going through a lot and I just didn't know how to get through it. So.
Okay. I started going after my grandfather passed away. I just think I internally wasn't, like, feeling, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I just felt like I needed something to kind of keep me grounded after that. It's not that I was, like, broken down or anything, but I guess I just wanted to make sure I was grieving properly. And then once I was in it, then I was like, well, this is more so like a growth thing for me, and, like, kind of just keeping me level-headed of where I'm trying to go, because I'm just a person that want to do, like, everything, and, like, sometimes it could just be like you just need, like, a wake-up call or, like, reassurance, big on the reassurance, and, like, confirmation that, like, what you're doing isn't a waste of your time, or it's not something that, you know, maybe in the long run I didn't need to do. So kind of just, like, some guidance along the way, and that's kind of how I feel now.
Well, did you say how often that you go?
I used to go twice a month.
Okay.
Like, I used to go every 2 weeks, but in between then, like, if something was to happen, I had her number, so I used to call her and just, like, leave her a voicemail, like, I'm having a really hard day today, I don't know how to, you know, deal with it, and she'll just, you know, like, talk me through it and stuff like that. But, yeah, I used to go twice a month.
So do you feel like going more often helped you, or do you feel like you could have got the same results going less?
I kind of felt like it was effective, but at the same time, it was ineffective, because it's like I noticed that I wasn't really processing things that was happening. I was just like, I'm going to just wait till I go to therapy and talk to her then. And it's like, you know, instead of, like, processing things at the moment, which I'm not good at, like, I'll just hold on to my feelings.
Yeah, sometimes it can be like that, though.
Yeah, so I'll just, like, hold on to my feelings until therapy and just, like, break down all together. So I feel like it was, like, you know, like, effective, because it's like I got the help when I needed it, but then, like I said, I wasn't really handling things on my own. I used to use it as a crutch. So
I was thinking the same thing when you said twice a month, because it's almost like you don't really have time to experience anything. I mean, not even just, like, when stuff happens, or, like, it's no transformation. Like, in 2 weeks,
no, it's true.
Ain't nothing happened.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Like, it's like, no, I need some. That's how I know, like, I like to take some time to be like, okay, a lot has happened in this month, so then I could be like, okay, so this is the 411, this is the update, instead of, like, you know, if I know some people go, like, once a week. I wouldn't have any, I mean, unless we're going to talk about day-to-day stuff, like, it wouldn't be enough to talk about, in my opinion.
No, and it's true. Like, I was noticing, like, instead of, like, dealing with whatever, I would just write in my phone, okay, this happened, so make sure you talk to your therapist about this. Yeah, so it's like, it was more so like, I don't know, me just trying to find conversation. Because like you said, not much happens within for me, not much happened within 2 weeks. I feel like it would have helped me more going monthly, because like I said, I was just using it as a crutch. Yeah. So.
Or even quarterly.
Yeah.
Go every 3 months. You can really look.
3 months.
After 3
I'm
months,
gonna forget what happened.
I think, no, not even that. I feel like after 3 months, you be telling the whole story.
Yeah. Like, story might as well
like
write a book. Yeah.
You be like,
Write
so
that book.
Synopsis. This is what happened.
Tell you what happened back in June.
And then I feel like an hour session is not even enough.
What I'm about to
like,
say.
no,
Now
I'm gonna need
3
2
hours to really get everything off my chest. Yeah, for sure. That's funny. The question was, do you prefer in-person or virtual sessions?
You could go first.
Oh, okay. Put me out there.
That she did.
I've only
one on
done.
the list.
No. I was gonna say that I only done virtual, but no, I've only done one session in person. That was when I was young. I absolutely hated that. I kind of don't like the eye contact. Like, it's like,
especially if you breaking down crying, they're just looking at you
it's
like
too much. Well, like back then, I was not gonna I held my tears so hard. Like, and you know how like you try to hold your cry back, it's starting to hurt. Like,
yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
So like that was just a no for me. I probably could now with my therapist now maybe. But I prefer virtual just because I have a busy schedule and I don't have time to be traveling wherever the therapist is at.
Yeah.
To actually sit down for a whole, like that's a whole hour. I could be where I need to be. And or like the commute to get there and all that type of stuff. So I think it would even make me more anxious to have to prepare for it. Like, I like how I could just be doing, I could be rushing around the house doing things to do, and then I just jump on the session. So then I'm not thinking too hard about it. So I definitely prefer virtual. And I know, virtual is still eye contact, but it's not the same. Like, it's like a little box instead of like somebody's real eyes.
Yeah, just staring at you.
Yeah. So that's how I feel.
I started my sessions, like my last few sessions, I started them off virtual because the offices was closed. So like midway, the offices opened back up and they weren't offering virtual anymore. So it was like a big difference. Like it was kind of like I had to like, I don't know, meet her again because I'm talking to you on the screen and then it's like, now I'm seeing you in person and then I'm like,
It's
all
like
right.
it wasn't real.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? It was like I was talking to myself kind of, like when I was doing virtual. But I prefer virtual because I feel like in person, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like too much. Like, and like you said, just the drive over there. Like, I'm driving over there to cry in your face. Like, I'm like, I can't.
Like if anything, I cried before I got here.
Yeah, like, I'm like, I already dealt with it in the car. But that's how I felt. Like, it's like, I don't know, it was just a big jump. And, just seeing her in person, I was just like, whoa. Like, who are you? Like, I don't know you, but it was cool though in person. But I just can't bring myself to cry in front of people. Like before, I used to do my sessions in the car, so I felt comfortable. I do my videos in the car. My car is my safe space. So it's like I'll break down and, like you said, like if I'm crying, I'm turning the screen real quick. Like.
Like, you're not seeing
like,
this.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But that's what I'm
funny.
saying. Like, I preferred virtual because I got so used to that in the beginning. So.
Yeah, I definitely think the safe space is, like, big.
Yeah.
I like to be in my room.
Because they try to make the rooms comfortable. And
no. It's like
I can't.
Feel like a doctor's
office. It really do.
Regardless.
And then, like you said, like, when you're doing virtual, you could dress how you want. Like, I don't even need to dress up for this appointment. I could just, but when you going out, you like, no, I need to look presentable.
Yeah, there might be somebody in the office. You gotta say hello to the secretary in the front.
So it's like virtual, you could be like your true self, be in your safe space. And so I think virtual, for me, was the most effective.
I was gonna throw Darty in here because I feel like do you prefer like when you like confiding in somebody, you prefer doing it in person or like talk on the phone?
That was a good way to bring her in.
I know it was. I'm thinking like, wait.
She said, wait, I didn't prepare for this one.
I feel like in person because you can really read people's body language. So if I feel like you not really tuned in to what I'm saying, I'm shutting down automatically.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
You already know. I don't play that.
On the phone. See, if I'm on the phone, your face need to be in the camera.
Oh yeah, that too.
You need to be paying attention. Like I don't I don't play that.
If I can do it in person, that's what I would really prefer. But if it got to be on the phone, that's cool.
Like an emergency.
Yeah, if it's an emergency, like if I got to tell you like ASAP.
Yeah,
call you. Answer this phone. Where you at?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, that'll blow me if somebody don't answer the phone.
Oh.
No, but you brought up, you know, like you could see people's body language in person.
Yeah.
I would say in my virtual appointments, my therapist had a cat. And one time, like, her cat just, like, peed on her. And in the middle of my appointment, I'm there crying. Like, I'm there crying, and you getting up, cleaning your pants. I'm like, okay.
That's so funny because my therapist, she got a dog.
What is this?
And at the end of every session, the dog start barking or wanting her
It throws
to pick
me
her
off,
up and
yeah.
stuff. Luckily, it's always at the end, for sure.
No, it was, like, I'm talking about mid-ugly
Like
cry.
you bawling.
Yeah, mid-ugly cry. And she's like, yeah, I hear you, trying to wipe it up. I'm like,
nothing.
Nah, I hear you.
I'm like, okay, yeah, end call.
That is funny.
You blew me today.
Nah, that's funny.
Okay, so do you recommend it to others?
Therapy.
Yep. Would you recommend that to the people that's listening?
I do. I think. I don't know how to.
tune.
I know because I don't know how to sell it. Like I don't know how to be like, oh my gosh, like it's something you need. Like you need to be up in there. Like I don't necessarily feel that way because people are moving in life perfectly fine without it.
Yeah.
But I definitely think if it's any inkling that you want to like address something,
I was about to say that.
Yeah, and
if
you
recognize
just
something
know.
within yourself,
Yeah.
you like, I kind of should seek a professional.
Yeah,
You know.
especially if you feel like you can't talk to. Like to me, some of the stuff that I be wanting to like talk about, like I just don't feel comfortable talking to the person that I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever I'm talking, like let's say I'm talking about my old friend or something. If I don't want to like actually address that person myself and like get off my chest and do like a whole little powwow because that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd rather just talk it through with somebody else of how I should like process those feelings. Yeah. And if it's somebody that, well, 9 times out of 10, especially like an old friend, my new friends or like my family know who they are, so then they add in they 2 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I just need somebody to just let me know how I should feel or like what I should do or kind of guide me on my feelings overall on it. So, I mean, if you want to do it, I can't really, if you want to, yeah.
I feel like on my channel, I always say this, I'm pro therapy. I feel like, you know, if people have the resources, I feel like they definitely should try it. But I would also say that therapy is not for everybody.
Right.
Like, and I feel like more people should understand that, like, what works for me is not going to work for the next person. And it's like, just because therapy, I'm going to say worked for me, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So I would say before you get into therapy, you just got to realize, one, you're not going to like your therapist on the first go around. Like you gotta, you know, it's like trial and error. Yeah, but 9
times out of 10 though.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be.
It's trial and error. You like, this is not what I thought it was. I would say other people, like I said, expect it to work from one day to the next. Is 9 times out of 10 not gonna work like that. But I do recommend it. But like I said, people also need to know that it's not for everybody.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I don't like to push it.
Yeah, because it's like they're not going to get the same results. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And not even just that. It's like, I don't want it to be like a Band-Aid for everything. Like, it's starting to become that now. Like, every time somebody talk about, oh, you got mental issues, somebody go to therapy. Go to therapy. We all need to be in therapy. It's just like, I'm not about to be preaching, go to therapy. But obviously, it's a resource if you would like to use it. That's how I would say it.
And again, like I say on my channel, I always say this, people cope with things in different ways, like with music, with finding hobbies, with praying, that's a big one. So, yeah, like I just feel like I always say, you just have to take time, find yourself, and figure out what works for you.
What works for you, for sure. You do. So I know we talked about having like I don't want to say a perfect match, but the best therapist for you. How many therapists have you gone through so far? Trying to find your best one.
0.
Okay.
Already knew her answer. I would say I've been through 3. Like, I've been through one when I was 13, and like I said, she knew me when I was 13, and I didn't feel like going back to her at 24 or at, you know, like, I didn't, like, you knew me then. And then I tried another one. It didn't really work out. She was getting too personal. Like you said, like, she too comfortable. Like, don't curse at me. You're my doctor. Like, like, you know, cursing while she was talking to me. And it's like, I was like,
slipping it out.
And I'm like,
she was just talking like,
like you said, like, you
on the phone.
Yeah, like, you're my friend. Like, I'm like,
no.
But, yeah, but this last one, I felt like she was, like, the most effective. So I've been through 3.
Can you describe your therapist?
Now, I feel like she's more so like she knows the line. She knows, you know, you're the therapist. I'm coming here to talk to you because I need help. She's younger. So it's like, you know, she gives me that, you know, not really like my friend, but like an older friend, you know, that you go to for advice and stuff like that. And I don't know, she's just like real laid back, real chill. She lets the conversation flow. She don't like push stuff. She don't like nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah. What's the question?
What was the question?
I've been through. Oh,
didn't she ask the question?
I actually.
Oh,
I went through 2, and then I got the one I have now. So does that count as 3, or is it just 2? I seen 2 other people, and now I have another therapist. But the first lady, I mean. I just I only went to therapy at that time because my parents forced me to go when I was young, which that's like the worst thing I recommend. Don't ever like force a child or whoever you trying to. I mean, okay, rehab is different. I'm not trying to say something like that, but like something where like therapy is of course a choice. Do not force that on somebody. Like, it should be something that they want to do, because going to a session that you were forced to go to is just not it. And I won't put it on the therapist, but I also feel like she wasn't very, like, it's like she knew what it was, and she acted that way. Like, I'm going to be another parent on you because they say you need to be here. So I'm just like, girl, no, I'm not going to talk to you.
Can I ask how old was you?
I was 13. Yeah, I was 13. That's crazy. Yeah, I was 13. And I don't know. I was down bad, but, like, they shouldn't have. I should have went because I wanted to go. Not because they wanted me to go because they felt like something was going on with me or something like that.
But do you think at 13 you would have had the, like, oh, I think I need therapy? I
feel like at that time, and I'm thinking about the time period what was going on then, therapy wasn't really talked about. And, like, the only thing that I knew therapy-wise was counseling, and that was like school counseling. And even school counseling, I even still thought about that as the people that helped me sign up for my classes, not the people that I'm supposed to be talking to. Now, I knew people that was going to counseling, like, for real, to get counseled, but I just think sometimes when you feel like people have too much resources to you, like a school counselor knows me too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still want a level of stranger.
And then you got to see them every day.
Yes. It was just like, no, like,
that's
you
true.
Can see my records, and, you know, it's just like different stuff like that.
I'm going to see you for the next 3 years.
Yeah. Like, I just think,
you know, my business.
That was like too personal, I guess.
That's true.
But yeah, if I felt like it was pushed like it is now, maybe. But like, even then, I would have went by myself. Like, I would have not brung my parents in there. I would have been going to therapy without nobody knowing.
Oh, they went in your sessions?
No, they wasn't in my sessions. But I'm saying, like, I wouldn't have told people. Like, at 13, I would have been like, I go to sessions on the weekends, but I wouldn't have told anybody. I just would have did what I had to do.
Yeah.
On that type of piece, because it's just, it would have been different then.
Yeah.
Because the kids don't understand. It's just And then my second therapist that I tried, that was like the first therapist I tried like over 2 years ago or something like that. And she was young. Yeah, she was trying to be a friend. She was kind of forceful with her conversations, like trying to have a kiki, trying to laugh It's like, girl, we don't have to joke around. It don't have to be that.
What's funny?
Yeah, like,
what's funny about a therapist?
It
Like,
never had to be that.
You supposed to help me.
This is
Yeah.
not fun right now.
And I think she was trying to befriend me because this is not trying to deter anybody, but I think she was trying to befriend me because at the end of the day they're making money. So new clients give them more money. So she wanted me to stick around, but it's like, no, I didn't ask for a friend. She should have asked me what I wanted. She should have asked me, do we want to kiki or do you want to be more serious? But instead, she went in with her approach, which is fine. That's just how she do it, and I'm sure other people love her. But I just wasn't feeling that. And then the lady I have now, I found her on this portal, this little health portal. You can see people profile and their pictures and stuff. And I looked at little descriptions like, do they work with different ethnicities or like what's their background and kind of like what's their education experience, stuff like that. And I just took a chance. I know I didn't want a male therapist, so that was like another like how I chose her. But yeah, I've been through 2 therapists, and I might go through another one. See, I feel like if you not feeling where you at, just keep going to different people. Because if anything, like if you want that real stranger feel, just go to different people.
Because it's really, like you said, well,
You can go to anybody.
like somebody said, a journey. Like for real, you got to keep trying and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you can get into the process of like now this person know me a little too much.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like run.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no issue with that.
Wait, can I say something? I thought about something.
Yeah.
When somebody said, do you recommend therapy? So I just want to add in, one thing I do recommend, though, is hotlines, like calling a hotline.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
going
if you're going through a bad day and you just don't know how to, and, therapy appointments, like, they can be kind of far out, but if you're just going through a bad day, there's always hotlines you can call just to have a stranger just talk to you. Because I remember I used to do that a few times, like, in between, before I started therapy, I used to just be bawling on the phone with a stranger, like, and sometimes you just need somebody to listen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, we can get that to the end because I feel like I need to do that because.
And that kind of goes with what you said, like, with strangers, like sometimes you need somebody who's not familiar with you.
Yeah.
Like, so every time you call a hotline, it's somebody new. So.
Okay. I might need to do that because I feel like lately, because I've been so busy, it's just been even hard to schedule an appointment.
Yeah.
And obviously something that's scheduled, it already seemed like a little bit of a chore because I have to put it on my schedule. Now it's like a task that I have to do.
And you got to make time for it.
Yeah, and the time is slipping, and it just ain't working. And like, I ain't have a good day today. So it's kind of like, I like that. I like that it's like other resources other than like a strict, you have a scheduled appointment, you pay this such and such money afterwards, and very like
and it's like
cut.
that. You have a bad day, your therapy is not till the end of the month. Just call a hotline. Let me tell you about my day. Like, just like I said, fresh pair of ears. So
Yeah,
I think that's a really good resource that I used to use too much.
not too much. Well, I think if you don't have no friends, shoot, use it.
Yeah, and people know I'm a very private person. I don't like calling people, telling people my business. I don't like, because when you fall out with a friend and then it's like now they know all your business.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't like. I don't know.
A lot of times I feel like what they gonna do.
Yeah.
Like they gonna listen and then they gonna be like, well, girl, it's gonna get better, and I'll be like,
and then it's that like certain responses like, oh, you're gonna be good. Like sometimes I don't want to hear that. Like
yeah. And it could be hard, and that's not to discredit any friend that's like that because of course you just want to encourage. It's nothing against you. It's just
different people need different things.
Yeah, we looking for something else.
Yeah,
we don't need another encouraging message. But it's the same message.
Yeah. That may work for one, but it's not working for others. Yeah. So.
Okay, so why do you think people frown upon therapy? Like, why? What is it about it?
Oh, 30?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I should go.
Why do people frown upon therapy? I feel like a lot of people, maybe like the people that are around them, nobody has experienced it. Mm-hmm. So maybe you're like the first one to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like your family looking at you like, girl, why are you going to therapy? What you go to therapy for?
Why you think the family feel like that?
Because they didn't do it.
Okay.
You know, it's like
it's
a
like
generational. It's something. I feel like it's very new. Like as of recently, that people are actually considering going to therapy and getting healed properly, because there's so many like past traumas that people have gone through.
Everybody got trauma.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has trauma, and it's like, well, maybe I should consider going to therapy. So I feel like it's just a new way of thinking.
It's a new trend.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's good though.
Yeah, so I think that's why people frown about like, well, my friend ain't doing it, or my mama ain't never do it. Why I gotta do it?
It's like anything new, like a phone come out. It's like, we don't need that.
Right. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I don't want to heal. I'm straight.
That's valid though.
It is.
A lot of people like, I don't have any issues. I'm fine.
Like I'm good.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they burn a lot of bridges.
You going through hell and back.
Yeah.
But they just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, you have to admit that stuff. For sure.
Some people not necessarily going through stuff, but they are not treating people well.
Yeah.
And they're not realizing that they do that.
I was about to say, sometimes people don't realize that something's an issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until they asked about it for themselves sometimes.
Somebody got to tell them.
Or somebody got to tell them. Or like I said, some people do got to ask about, like, do you feel like I have a problem? If, like, you ask me something.
I like to know everybody's opinion.
Yes, she does.
I like
if she asks you something.
Am I tripping? Let me know.
Yeah.
Because people don't speak up.
Yeah, they don't.
Ooh,
calm down. Ooh, sorry.
No, I just don't like that people don't speak up about how they feel.
Yeah.
And then they just either gonna start ghosting, they start walking away, or they just bottle it up. And I'm just like, if you have an issue with somebody, you should just say that.
Say it with your
I'm gonna
chest.
say that, and I don't want to be that complaining friend. But I'm just
that too.
No, I got issues with what you did.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, sorry.
But another thing you said too, when you said trigger, like a lot of people don't notice that when they get upset or when they get mad or when they don't realize that it's a trigger, like, you know? So it's like, let's say you get upset for something, you're not even realizing that this is connected to like a childhood trauma that you had when you was younger. Yeah. But some people, like I said, they just not there yet to realize that, wait, these are triggers that I'm having. I need to heal from them. So
and it comes at different times when you just realize, I shouldn't have did that. Or I need to be better in this area. Like, if you are, like, fast to temper, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why are you like that? Like, what happened to you? And maybe you already know what that is. It's like, at least try to confide in somebody or go to therapy, of course, to see, like, what it is.
Yeah.
And, like, how you can address it.
And some people keep the attitude like, well, this is just how I am.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't realize.
Changing.
Yeah,
that is
like,
why we pushing therapy.
Yeah.
Y'all need to.
Yeah, some of y'all need to
Cut it out. That you need to cancel that.
You getting too old.
In the cancel culture, this just how I am.
Yeah.
This is how I'm gonna be.
It's a reason why you like that. You need to figure out why.
Daddy's going hard.
No, because
it's true
half
though.
the time everybody else know why you act like that.
Yeah.
You're the only one that
don't see
oblivious.
it. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm good. I don't know what y'all talking about.
This is how I am. But it's
You're
like,
not
no, it's a
good.
problem.
You wonder why you falling out with all of your friends and falling out with your family.
Or nobody want to be around you.
That too.
But that's when they realize it, when they by themselves.
They
and
do.
they're like, why did everybody push away from me? But then it's like, you got to realize, like, maybe I'm not being the best person I can be. Like,
maybe I'm the problem.
maybe it's me.
Maybe it is.
I'm so weak. Okay. What was the question again?
Oh, why do you think people frown upon therapy?
I think because most people in society just expects you to be strong, just expects you to like take a bad day and be like, it's a bad day. Get over it. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, Darty, stop laughing.
No, I was laughing at what she said.
Sorry.
That's how you was nodding earlier.
Yes. Like,
Darty was feeling the
It's
answer.
your turn.
But yeah, that's all. I just feel like, just sometimes everybody expects you to be strong, and then when you admit that you need help, they like
you weak.
oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you supposed to be that strong, positive person. Like, I be having my moments. Okay?
And sometimes I feel like you need to, like, my therapist taught me a lot to realize why people are saying things. Like, you know, if somebody says something about you going to therapy, it's like you got to realize why they're saying it. Maybe they never got the help. Maybe
or they low key want to go.
You know, like, it could be anything. So you got to realize who's saying it and why they're saying it, and if, you know, there's like underlying feelings to that. Like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know why people feel frowned upon. Because if anything, if it's not you, it shouldn't matter. Like, it's somebody else's business, what they do. And I think, like, the whole heart of therapy is all a mental thing. So, like, I always say, like, you need to be mentally stable regardless. So if you're frowning upon somebody else getting their head together, I don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, they're trying to make themselves a better person. So it's kind of, you know, get yourself together. If that's you, like, because
it's not nobody's business.
Yeah, it's somebody else taking initiative over their life. So maybe you need to take heed at that and be like, oh, well, maybe I should reflect on my life and what I do and how I go about things and see if that's something that I need to do. But yeah, I don't know why. You know, I'm still with the whole, to me, in my perspective, I feel like my family is not into it because they just can't wrap their head around mental health, nothing. Like, they don't understand anxiety. They don't understand, like, depression. They don't understand none of that. Like, they just think, like, oh my gosh, y'all. Woo. My mom literally feels like we shouldn't be scared of anything. We shouldn't be stressed about anything. Like, God just got us. And I'm just like, yeah, he got us. That don't mean you don't not feeling how you feeling.
Yeah.
You still feel how you feel day to day. Stuff happens. You act a certain way based off of some stuff that has happened to you. So it's like, how could you just think that everybody is just supposed to be like you said, strong? Like, everybody isn't like that. And like, as strong-minded as they are about certain things, they're also weak in certain areas, and it shows. It shows in your actions. So it's just like a whole thing. But that's not what I don't want to get into that because that's a whole other topic. But I definitely think everybody just needs to, at this point, mind their business. And if you want to go to therapy, that's on you. Okay?
Hello, somebody.
Sorry, because that is just like, that generation is, and they need help.
Yeah.
They need therapy.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to tell y'all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like the resources just weren't there when, you know, they were growing up. So now they don't understand it. And they like, what is this? Like, it's just like a foreign concept to them.
But I think they just, to me, and if there's any older people listening, we're just trying to put it out there because now it is a resource and now it is available. And if you are so like not understanding, and it's like, it's not even just like a learning curve thing. Like, you at least have to be open to it, because a lot of times I think, you know, it's something that's unknown, and adults, they want to know everything. They don't want to feel like you know more than them.
For sure.
So as soon as it feels like, you know, oh, I'm not educated in a certain thing, it's like, close it off. But it's like, no, you have to at least be open to it and learn. Just learn something. And then maybe you could be like, oh, well, if that's what anxiety is, I be feeling like that sometimes. Like, you know, you just got to be, you know, when you know better, you do better.
Yep.
Yeah, you do. Definitely. So, I mentioned that I did want to get started with therapy. Can y'all give me any advice?
I can say how I got into it.
Okay.
And I'm going to just keep it up front and honest. I Googled it. Okay, I just straight up Googled.
Okay, that's why I like that
Okay,
response.
I'm being honest. Like,
That's real.
I just straight up Googled, you know, therapists in my area. Okay, I also tried to like look into it to see what insurance was going to be covering, because I had time to be paying. Because I was hearing people talking about, like I said, the misconception about the money thing. I heard people saying they was paying $150, $200, $300 per session. And I was like, oh no, like, who's gonna
That's right. Who's taking care of that bill?
I was like, who's gonna take this insurance? So I went to a couple different sites, and I can link them down in the show notes. I know for sure my therapist is on telehealth, or something like that. But I would go to Google, search it up. There are different listings. Like, there are actual listings of therapists, and you just choose one. Like, it's like, take your pick. I did want to mention BetterHelp. No, I'm mentioning because, I don't know, I tried to go through them. They was asking for a lot of money. Don't recommend.
Okay.
Personally. Try it, see how you think. But I got halfway through the sign-up process and was like, you want how much money for what? Because, you know, they're like an on-call service. You can call them anytime. And I think that's where they're charging you such a big subscription cost, because they're available. Instead of, like, my therapist, I mean, I could call her, but she works for me during my session. That's it. Instead of, like, getting paid every time I call or something like that. So, that's mine.
Well, I would say for you or anybody, you know, trying to get into therapy, I would say that's one big one, like Googling like therapy, you know, places around your area, or like, you know, just taking recommendations from people, because, you know, maybe like I've had a good experience and I could, you know, let you know where I've been, like, or, you know, even when you driving, you know how you drive by certain places. And you see like mental health or, you know, behavioral therapy or, you know, certain things like that. I would say like, you know, keep note of that, like when you're driving, and certain areas that you want to, you know, take your sessions at, because a lot of times people don't like to do therapy in their own area, you know, because they don't want people seeing them, or, you know.
That's true.
So I would say that, like, 1, go through Google. 2, think about places that you've driven by and, you know, seen signs and stuff like that. So
that's actually some good advice.
Yep.
Are you taking notes?
Yep.
You search up like Virginia hotlines, and like I said, you having a bad day or you just want to talk to somebody, you know, call, and they'll just be like, so how was your day? Forget it. Had me.
Is a hotline free?
Yeah.
Okay.
How was your day? Boom. Tears. I'm like,
immediately.
I'm like, my day was terrible, actually.
Yes.
But
I was gonna add, like I said, like the descriptions on the therapist, like do they have experience in what you're looking for? Like, some people, like you said, like behavioral therapy. That's why I thought about it, because it's like different things that they
different
focus
types
on.
of help.
Yeah, because some people maybe focus on more people that have like ADHD, or maybe they focus on people that are more like unalive themselves, risky. You know, like it's like different stuff that they like really focus on or have experience in, so then they can kind of go from
that's
there.
true, because it could be like anxiety, addiction, stuff like that.
So what do you need them for?
Family.
Yeah. I like people that do family, like if that's on their list or something that they into.
Oh yeah.
So do y'all think there's anything wrong with y'all? Like, is that wise therapy because you feel like something's not right? Maybe it's a loose screw.
No.
You
I feel like nah.
You can be honest with
No,
people.
I don't really feel like nothing is wrong with me. Truthfully.
Okay.
Like I said before, like I haven't really gone through much for anything to be particularly wrong with me.
But you don't necessarily have to go through something to feel like it's something wrong with you.
Well, I know, but I just think of it in that
Yeah.
perspective for me, and that like
Like a healing thing.
yeah, I think that's what I really think. I don't think that's wrong with me. Do I need help in some areas? Of course.
Yeah.
That's a given. I'm human. Yeah. Something wrong with y'all?
I don't think it's. I don't think it's anything
But wait,
wrong.
you have to answer in 2 different, like, when you was 13, did you think something was wrong with you, versus going to therapy at 24, did you think something was wrong with you?
I feel like when I was 13, it's not that it was something. Well, it's not that it was something wrong with me. I just went through something and felt, and I guess people felt like I needed to go. But I think because of what happened to me during that time, it was like, okay, now you need to reflect of like why that happened to you. Like, is it something that you did? Like, kind of just like self-reflecting on why the situation even happened, and like internalizing that. And then I feel like I don't think there's nothing wrong with me then. I just think I was just insecure. That was just the whole basis of everything. And then older me, I don't think it's anything wrong with me, but I have like mental battles with myself, like, and it doesn't come out in my actions. Like, I don't ever portray anything wrong with me. Even when I talk to my therapist, like the first lady I had, she was like, "It don't seem like there's nothing wrong with you," and I'm like, "Well, maybe not, but I'm in my head, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all in my head. That's why I just need somebody to just make it clear, like, stop thinking that, like, it's not you, like, that's not you. Like, I just have to, like, convince myself, like, it's just a mental battle with myself. So I don't think there's something wrong with me, but, you know, I just have a little, you know, something. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah.
I feel like I go through waves with that. Like, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, like I'm human, I go through things, like I process things, but then other times I be feeling like, I don't know, I be like, why am I not strong enough to deal with this? Why am I not as happy as other people?
Yeah.
Why is, you know, when small inconveniences happening, you know, like why do I take it so hard? Like, so it's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, something is wrong with me, but it's like sometimes I'm like, why can't I be, you know,
like
good?
Everybody else?
Like, it's like frustrating me because it's like it's always a battle. Like, so I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like it's always something I have to overcome, always something I have to, you know, be strong about, always something I have to, you know, get right mentally. So, yeah, sometimes it does, like, I'm like, why is it always something? Why do I always have to fight? Why do I always have to? But, you know, most days I'm just like, this is just who I am, and I just need to learn how to embrace it. I'm not built like others, so it just, like, it's just harder for me, so.
Yeah. I think once you, like, realize, like, this is just me, this is how I am, I can't compare my journey with nobody else's, then it's a little easier to, like, deal with it, because it's like, okay, well, this is just me, and that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what happened the older I was getting. I was like, you know, I need to realize, like I said, I just need to work twice as harder to get where I need to be mentally than other people. So it's not something wrong with me. It's just, like, more that I have to work on.
Yeah. But I think we all have ups and downs. So, you know, like you said, sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Some
it's
days
just like
are better
waves.
than others.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, you know, honestly, like, my therapist always said to me, like, you know how you said some days are better than others, but it's like when you have a bad day, that doesn't take away from all the good days you've had. So it's like, you could be doing good, like, 6 days a week. The last day is terrible, but that doesn't take away that you had six good days. Yeah. So that's something people got to remember, because they have one bad day, and, you know, it discourages them. But it's like, you know, tomorrow's a new day. So
today's a new day.
I think that's why I always, like, if somebody asks me how I'm doing, I still say good. It's not that I'm lying. It's just like, I am good, like I am overall, but I have bad times.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do like you said. If you had a good 6 days, I'm gonna still say I had a good week. The whole week was good. Like, let's just put it out there. Everything was good. I just had like a little hiccup, and that just happened.
And that's all it is sometimes, like, just like a bad moment. But you just gotta flip it around and try to, you know, see the positive in things.
And when we say bad moments, I don't want to say, like, it's nothing wrong with, like, crying or, like, you know, just feeling a little down. Nothing wrong with that. Like, you're not going to feel happy all the time.
No, you're not.
I think that's where people get mixed up. Like, I can never have any moment to myself to just feel bad. Like, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to just feel however you feel. You feel mad, you can be mad. Just do all of that. Maybe you can consider that a down moment, but, like, it's not nothing crazy. People just, I hate that nowadays nobody can ever do nothing. You can only be one thing. That's it. That's not how life is.
Are you trying to heal from something?
I feel like everybody's trying to heal from something. Like, you know, I feel like everybody goes through things, or, you know, has things that they like, I wish I can grow in this area, or I wish I can do better. Yeah, in this area. So I feel like everybody's always trying to heal through something.
I feel like I'm trying to, when I say heal from something, it's just very much something. Like, I can't really say what it is. But yeah, something. Because I know, like you said, like, I have triggers. And 9 times out of 10, I know what it's from. But, like, I guess, like, trying to figure out how to heal so it don't trigger me no more. So that's just like how I think about it. So I guess I could say yes.
And then that's what it is too. Like I said, like some people don't even realize triggers is triggers. Like me personally, I hate when people cancel on me. Like if we make plans and people cancel on me, that makes me cry so bad. And before I used to realize, like I'm like, why do I get like this every time? But I realized it was a trigger from like my childhood. And like I said, I never realized why it made me so upset until I stopped and. You know, sometimes you got to stop and think every time you're upset, like, why is this making me so upset? So,
dissect that thing.
yeah, like I said, I didn't even know that was something I needed to heal from until I stopped and I'm like, no, this is a pattern and I need to figure out why this keeps happening. So,
See, I'll be knowing though. Like, I'll be knowing exactly why I'm mad. And I can feel myself getting mad. Like, I know when I'm getting upset.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Like, I can just feel my
For real,
blood.
like, I be like,
my blood boiling. Like,
I can
oh my
feel when I'm about to
gosh.
catch that attitude,
Yes.
get in my mood.
but that's what I'm saying. My therapist said that's the best time to just write. Like, just write how you feel in the moment when you're upset because your true feelings come out, you know, when you're in the moment. And it's like, what are you feeling? Why do you think you're feeling like that? What's causing you to feel like that? So, yeah, I would say that's the best time to just write wherever you can, whether it's on your phone, on a paper, wherever. And then go back and read it when you're not upset and then be like, oh, okay, now I see the pattern.
Right.
That's good. That's good right there. She giving y'all pointers. Y'all better tap in.
I don't think you answered the question, Darty.
Yeah, I'm trying to heal for something.
Okay.
Always.
Okay. Are you running from something?
No, I feel like I definitely in the past years has faced it head on or like talked about it with certain people when they ask me about what it is.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, I'm out. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Do I like talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, that's
Not
understandable.
really.
Yeah.
But if I have to, if it is in the conversation, I do speak on it. It's still, sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the person trying to really get to know me and my actions as a person. So,
But that's normal.
yeah.
That's normal. But I only ask that because I feel like some people almost use healing as just like a little phrase, like I'm just healing. I'm healing. I'm in my healing process. But really you running.
Yeah.
Running.
Run, Forrest, run.
Okay. So why do you think people are just scared to start therapy? And I think this would just be great for Darty. Or would you say you scared? Or it's just more so you haven't done the work?
I don't feel like I'm scared of it. I mean, I feel like it's nothing to be scared about.
Right.
In my personal opinion. Like I said, I just feel like it's like, when do I actually want to put in the effort and the time to do it?
Right.
You know, I think that's my thing.
I think it's definitely not as easy as people make it sound. Because it is, each session is definitely going to be you leading it. So if you're not talking about nothing, I mean, that's your session. So it can be hard to like bring up the stuff and the stuff that you need to talk about. So I can understand feeling like you need to prepare. But don't wait too late, especially if it's affecting you. Obviously, that's why I say if you feel like you're doing good, that's why I feel like a lot of times people not running because they like, I feel fine.
I feel like it affect me in certain moments, and that's when I feel like I need it. But like on a daily basis, you know,
Right.
It ain't really affecting me.
Well, that's why I feel like some people walking, some people running. Some people running to therapy, and some people like, I'm fine.
Yeah. I get there when I get there.
Yeah, when it's starting to like really affect you day to day.
Yeah,
then
I feel like.
yeah, you can feel it. Okay.
I just feel like therapy is a very vulnerable thing, and a lot of people aren't ready for that. You know, aren't ready for certain traumas to come up, aren't ready because they spent, like, if you think about it, all their life trying to bury that.
Yep.
So to have to go to
down.
to have to go to therapy and like dig that all back up, that's too much like feelings and it's too much mentally, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
So.
And take your time. Shoot, the
Why
first
you
two.
dirty yawning?
I'm weak. The first two sessions, you could really talk about none of that. Like you actually don't have to bring up any of the stuff that you want to address. Like it's really up to you.
What have you learned about yourself over the years?
I think Jazmarie should go first.
Duck.
Oh.
Darty wanted to go
Oh,
first.
no, she was about to say duck, duck, duck.
I want to say dun dun dun.
Oh, I thought she was ready
Nah,
to tell a
I won't say
story.
I was about to say duck, duck,
What if
goose.
I learned? What I learned? I learned that I can be very private and closed off. Like when.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I feel some
Let
over there.
me have her time. Let me
Thank
let her
you.
have her time.
I just.
Like she switched it up.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's probably my number one thing. Quick to like just shut down because I'm like, I just wanna. If I wanna have a good day, I'm gonna have a good day, and you're not gonna mess up my day with your BS. That's how I be feeling sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just saying because sometimes it be BS. I'm like, I'm not finna entertain this right now because you're not understanding like what I'm saying. So we can revisit this tomorrow or when I'm ready.
Right.
So, and I feel like I'm just comfortable in doing it. And I feel like it's just safe to keep it all in or keep it to myself. Because if people don't know what I got going on, they don't have no opinions about it. They can't say anything about it.
I think it's just you keeping it in your safe space.
Yeah. And if I feel like I do need to like talk to whoever, then that's when I'll do it. Yep.
That's true what you said. My mom always be coming at me when I be wanting to make my like sit down and talk YouTube videos. She's like, and I said this so many times, you can't get mad when people have an opinion when you choose to put your business out there.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I learned. That's why y'all see I be like ducked off when it comes to YouTube because I'm like, I'm going through my stuff by myself.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it when I got time, when when I'm done going through it.
You know, when you fully out the situation, you know, some people, that's when they want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it when they in it. Sometimes.
I like to talk about when I'm in it.
That's fine.
So I can scream at the camera.
Okay.
No, sometimes that do make me feel better. I be going off and then I rewatch the video. I be like, nah, I can't post this.
Yeah, because I recently,
I feel like I was too shady.
I recently made like a whole video, like a long video, when I was just getting out everything I wanted to say, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna post this. In retrospect, I thought about like showing like me making out of it, and then being like, oh, well, I recorded this when I was going through it, and it's how I was feeling at the time, you know, cue the clips type thing. But I did feel better after just getting it off my chest, because I haven't been motivated to write anymore, like at all. I can't even pull the journal out no more. So I think videoing might be my better route, so I could just speak.
And sometimes it feels better to just like actually speak, verbally speak, you know, about how you're feeling. And, you know, like, videos is perfect. I put my camera up real quick and be like, so this is whatever. So
I've learned that I am a risk taker, and I feel like I've grown more confident in my abilities to do whatever I would like to do. And I guess I've learned that I'm stronger than I thought I was. And that's not necessarily like, oh, like I can get through anything type thing. It's more just like I was very scared when I was young. I was scared of everything. Like everything scared me. Talking scared me. Being around people scared me. Like everything. So like now I just feel like if I can get through that, I can really get through anything. Yeah.
What do you feel like helped you with that? I don't know. I'm just curious because, you know, a lot of times like YouTube or like putting yourself out there as far as your business or like, you know, stuff like that.
I think it's just the stuff that I've done. When I was young, what got me out of it was dancing. I had an outlet. Like I've always had an outlet. And like now that I'm older, that's why I do so much stuff outside of just working, because I need something to put my energy into, something to cater to, something that is I can put my foot behind. So that's like how I feel like. And just putting my, like, whatever made me nervous, doing it. Like, if I'm scared to do it, do it. If I'm nervous, do it. Because now I'm not scared no more, because I did it. I mean, that's easier said than done, but
yeah, definitely.
For sure, just like just starting, regardless of how I feel. Yeah.
Okay. I've learned that I'm a very, kind of that I was a very closed-minded person. I feel like therapy helped me like open up, because like before I used to think like black and white, But now, you know, with therapy, I realized there's a gray area in life. And I feel like once I learned that, it just like changed the way I seen a lot of things. So
that's a big thing to admit.
That is though.
I was very close-minded.
Because a
I'm
lot
like,
of people won't.
I'm like, either it's this way or it's this way. But she was like, no, there's also this way. And I was like, oh, you're right. Like, so I feel like that changed a lot.
Wow. I know a few people need to learn that. Okay, so one of the questions we had was, have you ever lied to your therapist?
For sure. Definitely.
Sure.
Do you mind disclosing, or is it whatever?
Well, usually, like, for example, like, certain things that she would ask me, I would just be like, either like avoid the question and change the subject, or like, you see, relationships. I never like to talk about relationships in therapy. I don't, because if I don't like what you're telling me,
now we gotta fight.
yeah, like,
Catch me outside.
no. If I don't like what you're telling me, I don't want to hear it anymore. So, you know, I had to realize that, you know, she's telling me this to try to help me. But, you know, a lot of times I would like, oh, how's your relationship? Oh, it's good. And then, you know, like, not tell the whole, like, no, it's not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that in that sense. Like, I would say, oh, this is not a problem. But whole time it was a problem.
Issue, yeah.
But I just didn't want to hear feedback back. So.
Okay. I haven't necessarily. Well, no. When I was young, yeah, I was lying. I was just lying to get out of the session. Like, how she's saying, like, oh, I'm good. Like, that's how I was. Like, the whole time she was asking me stuff, like, yes, I'm fine. I'm not stressing about that. To my therapist now, it's not that I be lying. I never lie about how I'm feeling, but sometimes I just don't go as deep as I could. Or like some details, I just don't be, like, I'm not gonna tell her, like, how can I explain? Some physical aspects of my life, I just don't see me disclosing that. Because, no. I don't even want to talk about it. So, I'm not going to be telling you. But I know, like, sometimes those type of details that I leave out can help her with the story better. Yeah. But, like, I just be like, But it's not necessarily lie. You know, maybe just withhold some of the truth in the story. But I never make it seem like I'm always the hero, you know.
Yeah.
But, and I do like that. It's not always like, oh, Kendra, you right. Like, it's not like that. It's just not even who's right and who's wrong in the situation. It's more just like the situation could be solved this type of way. So, yeah. I'm not a liar. I tell the truth.
No, we're fine. Whole time.
I wonder if, like, eventually she would be like, I can tell when you lying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, but it's like, you know, just
yeah,
but it's like just because of that, like sometimes, you know, you're not ready to hear certain things, and it's like, no, I don't want to hear. I already know you're gonna tell me. You know, I already know what you're gonna tell me. So to avoid that, I'ma just
And sometimes you can deal with it yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, like you said, sometimes it can be like a crutch.
Yeah.
If anything, you can fix it on your own. So now it doesn't seem... Well, now it's not something that I needed her to help me solve. Like, I was able to do it.
What is the best advice you got from your therapist?
Or, like, the best thing they've said.
Yeah, best thing they said. Y'all let me know.
You could go first. Oh, no, I don't want to go first. I would say one of the, like, most effective things that my therapist told me that, you know, like, stick to me is that you cannot build on a broken foundation. Like, you know, and she made it.
You're a good therapist.
Yeah, no. She made it like.
I need to go to her.
Nah, she made it like, you know, building a house. She was like, you know, if the foundation is broken, as much as you try to build, it's gonna keep falling. Like, you try to build it back up, it's gonna keep falling. You try, so
need that strong foundation. That's what she's saying to you.
That's one thing, and you could think about it in like relationships and like friendships, family.
It's already rocky if it's no foundation.
Yeah.
Ooh, gotta build from the ground up.
Like I said, that's one thing that, you know. Just
let her talk.
Right, look at Darty. But yeah, that's basically it. You can't build on a broken foundation.
Wow, that's a good one.
And like I said, you can use that at every aspect of life.
it's never been like a quote or anything like that, but I think that my therapist, she just be telling me like, you are a great person and you are worthy of everything I want to get out of life, and just like the encouragement. Because people say like, oh yeah, you're doing a good job, but it's just like this certain type of words choice that she chooses to kind of just be like, you're okay, like you're fine, you're doing good, and you're gonna get everything you deserve. So I just love that.
That's good. People like to hear that sometimes, and it really helps.
Cause I don't get that often. Mm-hmm. So like, and I don't want to say like discredit anybody that said something to me like, oh yeah, you're doing a good job. But I just think like you just need like that reassurance, because I know like my family isn't really big on like, oh my gosh, we're so proud, and it only happens when you do something big. Like, why can't you just be proud that I'm just living and breathing and surviving, adulting,
pushing yourself to go to work every day. That's a big thing as it is.
Because I think I get like a little, I don't want to say ignorant, but like I don't really hear when people are telling me like, oh, like they're proud of me when I do something good, because like I'm proud of me. Like if I do something big, like of course like me buying my house, yeah, I did that. Like I'm proud of me.
For sure.
But like a regular day to day, it's just like when you feel like I'm not doing enough, those the times I'm like, oh yeah, you're still doing good. Those the times. And yeah, no disrespect to nobody. I just, of course everybody say congratulations. That's the thing to say.
It's like that. Yeah, like you said, just like getting up in the morning, going to work. Like, you're doing great. It's like sometimes you want to hear that, like, just to motivate you and keep pushing you.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Darty? What's like something, whoever you speak to, what's something they told you that just is stuck? And maybe that's why you continue to talk to them.
I don't feel like it's nothing that really stuck. I feel like they just understand me as a person overall. So like they understand, they understand like my mindset and the way that I am. So it ain't really like no advice. I feel like whatever they say is usually good for me regardless.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Y'all, we could talk about this all night. Like, we just want to have like a kiki the whole time.
About to get kicked out.
Yes, like we're running out of time, literally.
Had to change the memory card.
Like it's been a lot going on behind the scenes. But y'all, before we end every episode, we give any advice of the day, and I always say Darty should go first.
So I'm ready today, y'all.
Oh, she ready! Oh my gosh, I'm shocked.
That is so new.
This
so
is a monumental moment.
My advice today is not everything has to be complicated.
Ooh, okay, complicated.
Because it can be very easy if you allow it to be. It don't have to be drawn out. It's like you don't gotta be all that. Just take your time.
Never that serious.
Yeah, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. Especially if it's like small little things and you trying to make it complicated for like no reason, trying to make it hard for yourself. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Ready today.
I'm just so shocked.
Yep.
Okay, what you got?
You said advice?
I
would say enjoy the journey. Whatever your journey is, like, whether your journey is hard, whether your journey is easy, whether, you don't understand it today. Like, I would just say, like, whatever path you're on right now, just enjoy every day and try to get the most of, where you are in life.
I like that. I do too. My advice to this day is to just keep going. Okay? And when I say keep going, just do what you can do at the time. Do the best that you can do at the time. And when you don't see any results, don't let it discourage you. Just keep going. If anything, continuously find something that makes you happy that you can get out of this life, because everything's not going to be perfect every single day, nor is your situation going to be perfect maybe for a long time, before you reach like that peak. Like I feel like, oh yeah, everything is right in my life. So with that, just like she said, enjoy the journey as well as just keep on striving. And then, once you get where you want to be, you can really feel like you worked for it and you earned it. So That's my advice of the day. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I
was gonna say that.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, guys, thanks for having me.
Oh my God.
No, I was gonna say that. You know, I really appreciate it. Like I said, I was so nervous. I was like,
It wasn't that bad, right?
No, but sometimes I just don't step out, and sometimes I just don't like. You know, I stay in my little bubble and I stay to myself. But sometimes, you know, it's needed. Like, because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the episode, the conversation.
Yeah.
Y'all vibe.
Yeah,
so,
we had a good time.
We did, definitely.
Because some episodes, it's not that it be forced, it's just not as fun.
Yeah, I like
was
when we can
fun.
have fun in the episode.
Yeah, well, y'all can tell we have fun because we're going to be laughing every like a couple minutes. But before we end, make sure y'all follow us on all of our social platforms. I'm going to start letting y'all know the visuals drop on Thursdays.
On Thursday,
okay?
on YouTube.
Thursdays, okay? Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel. I know y'all want to see what Jazmarie look like, so go ahead and go see it, okay? But without further ado, you can catch us every Monday with a new episode, and we may spill the tea
With Darty
and KP. Deuces.
We out, y'all. Hey. That was a good episode. It's a wrap for you, baby. My singing career.
She keep on trying to start her singing career.
Yes, I am. Because the one I
vocals.
you was a hater.
I'm not a hater.